All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Epic Sports Radio. This is the
late edition.
this is the fun version where we let me tell you a little story. First off, I want to thank everybody over here on Facebook. I want to thank everybody over here on Facebook for watching. All you people out there in cyberspace watching, and all you people in Texas, bam, down with the horns. What am I wearing right now? I am wearing a game-worn jersey, Adrian Peterson.
Football season is upon us.
It is right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, football season, and we are almost in Sooner Nation. Now, I was actually on the phone with the Sooners this morning, chatting a little bit, but I'll tell you what, man. Football season is something that I like watching the college realm, and I'm going to tell you why. College, and I actually had a buddy of mine, Tim, he got a hold of me on Facebook earlier, and I was like, damn, who's that? And then he goes, hey, did you go to OU between these years? And he goes, yeah, we drank a little bit. And I was like, well, if you were drinking with me back then, you weren't drinking a little bit. I'll tell you that. But anyway, I remembered the dude. So, Tim, if you're watching, what's up? And can't wait, man. I mean, it is August 10th, so we got little less than 2 months before the Red River rivalry. And Oklahoma Sooners against the Texas Longhorns, and it's going to be a good game. But go ahead.
I was going to say also, the NFL, we've already had our first debacle. No Hall of Fame game.
Well, I mean, the NFL is kind of a
debacle itself.
Yeah, it's a debacle in itself. And I will say this though about one thing on the Macs that I do not like when you're using Safari anyway, you can't watch a live stream on the computer. Now you can do it on your phone, everything like that. On the computer, you have to use Firefox or some bullcrap like that. But because I want to look at the computer here and get your guys' questions, but. So, hey, you know what? In live studio audience, we have Kit Gamble here, and I want to thank Kit. We were having some issues with the setting everything up, and it wasn't going. We were having some issues with the sound, and we were looking at everything and the plugs. I mean, we spent 30, 40 minutes on this, and Kit, in his infinite wisdom, he's like, why don't we just turn it off back on again? Reboot it.
Well, I say in the type of business he is, he really gets into the bolts and the pieces and bolts of something. So
and nuts.
So he was getting down to the bottom of it.
So
he opened up the book and said, "Oh, here we go."
But you know what? Hey, and that's what it was. We turn it on, back on, turn it off, back on, boom, done. Everybody, huh?
Don't forget that Ashley.
Oh yeah, Ashley too. Ashley, she was in there, knee deep and everything.
Ashley's our hero.
So, also want to, man, I wish that, you know what? I'm gonna try and while I'm talking, I'm gonna try and download Chrome on here so I could see you guys on here, but I cannot see your questions, and I will get to that momentarily. But first off, I want to let everybody know that I'd appreciate it if you would go to our YouTube channel, Epic News Sports, and what is going on there? It's replaying. So yeah, go on Epic News Sports and follow us, and I'm sorry if I seem a little distracted here. I'm trying to download this so I can get to everybody's questions. But anyway, all social media. And one thing that I do want to say, we're going to be doing some rebranding. There's another company and I've talked to a few people. I mean, I was even talking to Kit the other day, and we were talking. I'm telling him there's another Epic Media Group, LLC, in the Bay Area. There's also another one in Van Nuys that has the same exact name, but the one in the Bay Area, they're under investigation, and there's a lot of shenanigans going on there, and a lot of people thought that I was them, and no, I am not them. So we are going to get rid of that, and so we're going to be doing some rebranding and getting things going. But yes, I can.
Okay, good.
What's up, man? You went camping.
Yeah, it was very cool. Lake Orville has water in it again. And it was very cool up there. Went into the visitor center up there in Orville and took the kids to the museum. And, took them on the 4-story tower and looked over the dam and stuff. We did some walking around over there and had a good time. It was nice to get away and kind of disconnect.
Did you go fishing?
I did not go fishing. I am going fishing before the month's out, though.
Did the dude go fishing?
No. Like I said, I'm going to probably going fishing with my father and maybe my brother who just moved back from Arizona before the end of the month. He has a 18-foot striker fishing boat, so we'll probably go to New Melones up by Angels Camp and go fishing up there, at least for the day, if anything. So yeah, it was very cool.
So what was your favorite part up there? Being away from...
Just being in the fresh air, having a moment just to unwind and just kind of, reassess everything and just, kind of regroup.
Well, I tell you what, man. I mean, I went to Napa, and I covered a event up there that happens twice a year, and it is at Silver Oak Winery, and they were releasing their 2012 Cabernet. And that's all Silver Oak does. They just do Cabernet, period. They do their motto, do one thing, do it right. And it is one of the best Cabernets out there, period, 100%. And they had different gourmet food vendors out there. They had 3 different pizzas. They had, but my favorite thing by far, I wish I could remember the name of the company, and I'm so sorry. But they had these... the steamed buns.
Okay.
And they had a jalapeno aioli, not spicy at all, just flavorful. They had the jalapeno aioli, they had pork belly on there, and they had the pickled cabbage, red bell peppers, and scallions. I'm not even kidding. Now, I didn't do it all at once, but I had 12 of them.
Oh, wow. Was that finger food?
No, they were they're regular size. Regular size.
Really
Not the size of the cap on here. Yeah, I was starving for one. And so I had that, and then I got that, and of course I got Ashley one, and then I would get 2 if she didn't want it. I would eat both of them.
Of course, that's what you do.
So, and then the other gentleman that went with me, the other camera guy, Mark, he, from what I understand, I don't think he ate anything the whole time he was there. I don't know why, but
No, it's fasting.
I don't know.
By the way, the dude said no, she did not go fishing.
The dude, what's up, dude? Got the dude on Facebook.
Hey, Keith Jackson's watching.
Keith Jackson, what's up, Keith?
He wants to come on the show, remember?
Keith, a week ago, 7 days ago, a half a fortnight, you asked if you could come on the show. We said yes. Did you get a hold of Sean? Don't know. You didn't call me. I gave you my phone number like 4 times. Give you my, you didn't Facebook me, DM me, anything like that. So, brother, you want to come on the show? Let one of us know. Hey, I'm a poet. That rhymed, dude.
Yeah, man.
let one of us know, and we'll get you on the show, man.
Yeah, it'll be a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. Today, now, and here's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to let you guys know this now. I've been doing some thinking, and again, I was talking to Kit about this, and, well, first off, Kit, he's, you want to talk about your new,
I'm expanding my insurance brokerage.
He's expanding his insurance brokerage, and
Kit is the man.
Give Kit a call at 530-957-3983. Anything insurance that you want to cover. I'm not talking car, house, life insurance. basically his motto is he's going to help you keep the big bad wolf away. That's what he's doing. Give him a call, and he will get back with you. And also, when we're streaming on Facebook here, I'm going to be transitioning over too. So if you guys would go to the Facebook page, Epic News Sports, follow that page, and then we will be streaming live from there as well. And the show was normally 2 hours. But I've got to thinking, and then Kit and I was talking, and that's just too long. And we're not Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. I mean, I'm not downplaying what we do and whatnot. I'm not saying that there's going to be certain shows that we're going to do, but I think, with people's attention spans, and I'm not saying anything about anybody that's watching the show. If you like the 2-hour shows, if you want to keep doing it, let us know. And
Definitely let us know.
And if we get, out of 100 people, 90 say yes, okay, we'll keep doing it. But I think, an hour's good. And then we're going to start doing shows on a daily basis, more like a 15-minute, maybe a 30-minute segment, probably more like a 30-minute deal going on there. I know I'm catching Sean surprised because he had no clue about this.
Well, can I speak up on that?
Of course.
Well, my thing is that
American.
if we're going to have the Epic Fight Hour still, that was an hour by itself.
Right.
And then we have the opening with sports, and then we do more sports for that hour. Mm-hmm. It may be behoove us to keep the 2-hour shows, but the weeks that we're not doing a fighter and not doing the Epic Fight Hour, we could do an hour show.
Oh, yeah.
We can kind of switch it back and forth. We have the ability.
But again, power to the people, man. And if you guys want, and you want to keep doing that in a 2-hour, but if we do it like a daily show, we're not going to do 2 hours every day. It's going to be more like 15. But if you want to do like, hey, yeah, every Wednesday, guys, or if you just want it on a Saturday, you want to do like, now we got college coming up, kind of like a college game day. That's a little bit.
We're going to do a Monday night show, right? For Monday Night Football, we had talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it. And again, guys, give us your feedback, because we kind of want to talk about, maybe a pre-Monday Night Football show, or maybe we'll have something going on. We're talking about, either the Raiders or the 40 Winers, and all that kind of stuff. So we're toying with a few ideas, but college game day. And I see some questions over here. I want to welcome everybody. I will get to your questions here in a minute. But you know what? We're going to be talking about the Olympics. Olympics are here just for a few days, so we might dabble into a couple other things. But and again, on any of our social media right now, it's Epic News Sports that you could follow. But I also want to give a shout out to Randy Taylor. For all you men out there, and I'm not saying just men. I mean, we had what, 4 women there, 4 or 5 women. We have a monthly breakfast every month. It's once a month. It's called, now go on Facebook and look up the Men Empowerment Network, MEN. Let me.
Well, I know Katrina B and Elizabeth were there. Those were 2 of the 4, right?
Yes, yes. So let me see. Yeah, it is Men Empowerment Network. So
your wife was there?
No.
Oh.
Yes. And you'll see the cover photo, and it'll have men riding on horses is the backdrop picture. Randy Taylor, he puts together it's a networking group. And when I say networking, it's not like we're all standing around saying, hey, here's your card. We're not passing out cards like it's freaking Halloween candy. We go there, we chill out, we talk. Hey, man, but we will say, hey, what do you do? And that kind of thing. And we'll make meetings later on. But we just sit there, we go, we hang out, we talk about many different subject matters, how to better yourself as a person, how to better yourself as a business. Randy gives a lot of social media do's and don'ts.
Well, I was going to say that I like the fact that he makes a point at every meeting that we go over a certain skill or function or something, so we come out of the meeting with something more than just, we got to kind of pass out cards.
Right.
He wants to make sure there's camaraderie, make sure that we're promoting each other, and make sure that there's a skill, whatever it is, whether it's social media this week, when you and the guy, Al, did the thing with about video.
Yes.
And movies and stuff. building relationships as well.
That is the main thing. Yeah. Now I will say this. Now go to the Facebook page, follow it, and you'll get all the information that you need on there. And he posts all the time, and he will get back to you. Want to welcome Michael Bats. I'm sorry, brother. Bats Jr. Juliana Amos, Jonah Knight. Jonah, if you want me to talk about the thing that we talked about the other day, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll kind of feed people the information. John Whitley, what's up, brother? He's got a statement about the USA basketball team. He said the USA basketball team did not look good against Australia, far from the dream team. Now, I told you guys from the get-go, before the Olympics even started,
this is not the dream team.
Number one, no, they're not the dream team. Number two, I do not believe that they're going to do as well as a lot of people might think, but go ahead. The USA team is just now. Here's the thing, though. The final score 98-88. Now they won. They won by 10. Now most people are thinking they're just going to blow people out, winning by 30 plus points. When a country, doesn't matter who they are, Australia, whomever, gives the U.S. a little bit of trouble, the other teams are like sharks in water full of chum. They're going to come at you. They're going to attack you. They're going to look at that weakness. They're going to pounce.
As far as the dream team, we're talking about, the dream team. Let's get this off the table now. There will never, ever be another dream team like that was that again, because the people don't, back then, people watched the Olympics and really cared about it, and it just, the players, the plethora of players, the talent that we had from old and new at the time.
That's a 50-cent word you just used, brother. Right on, man.
But I'm just saying, we had some talent. We're older guys who were getting ready to retire. We were legends, and we had these young guys. I just don't think we'll ever have it in the Olympic team. It'll be out there in the NBA,
right?
But you see how many people that should have played this year in the Olympics who turned it down. They don't feel like it's as meaningful to play in the Olympics anymore, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and I also had some people. They're always asking me why I'm drinking out of the OU cup. Number one, I went to the University of Oklahoma, and number two, Boomer Sooner. I have another one, but hey, you guys want me to drink out of a different cup? Buy it for me, and I'll drink the coffee out of that cup.
You shouldn't have said that.
Why?
See, I will buy you a Texas Longhorn cup, and you drink out of that son of a gun.
God.
You should have not said that. I will buy a Texas foam hat and make you wear that.
Wait, we didn't say anything about hats.
I'll make you wear the hat, the cup. It's gonna match.
If you give me a cup, I might as well put poison in it. We got Kit back there doing this.
All the Texas Longhorn fans you're about to get about 15 cups in the mail.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna put this out there now, because last year when I was on FM radio, I put this bet out there, and none of you sissy Texas boys took me up on this, and I say that in jest, sort of. And I'm gonna put this bet out there now. You got the Red River rivalry, okay? Let's see which one of you have some Bevo balls. Get a hold of me, 916-420-0697. You can get a hold of me on Facebook, Glenn Spillman or Epic News Sports. Here's the bet. If OU wins, you have to get an OU tattoo wherever you want. Wherever you want. If Texas wins, I will get a tattoo live on the air of Texas Longhorn crap on my body somewhere. And my design choice, and so if anyone wants to take that bet, let's rock, man.
Wow, that's pretty permanent.
That is, and more than likely, I'm going to be at that Texas OU game, and I will go after and do a special live after. We'll pick out a tattoo shop. We'll go there and we'll film it live of me getting a tattoo. What are you doing? Are
killing
you
flies on the set?
Tourette's or what?
No, killing flies on the set.
Oh, okay.
One fly.
So, anyway, let's dive into some of this Summer Olympics stuff. So, now, The current leader is that's not even right English. What the crap? Leaders are the U.S. Now, at the time of me looking at this, it's probably more now. U.S. So we're gonna have our statistician over here. We're gonna look that up. But right now, it's 27 total that U.S. have: 10 gold, 8 silver, 9 bronze. The closest country is the China, 17 at the time. Medals. They were the closest with 17. So, statistician giving me this. So, wow, we got 29. So, we have 10 golds, 10 silver, 9 bronze. Now, China, since 2 o'clock this afternoon, came up with 4 more medals. So, we've got 21, and then Japan underneath there. Now, then Russia 14. Well, then they have Hungary with 7. I don't know why they're ahead. Well, I do know why. They're ahead of Russia because they have 5 gold and Russia has 4 gold.
Right.
That's the reason why on that. But, I'm going to ask you this because last week I asked what your favorite event was, and there's a lot of people in the audience. They really didn't care too much about the Summer Olympics. And let me ask you this. Don't lie to me. If you lie to me, you can lie to everybody else. Have you watched any of the Olympics?
No.
Why?
I just haven't. I actually wanted to catch basketball to see if I could catch a game with basketball, but I don't know.
Now, Mike Sarantakos, Coach Taco, texted me earlier, and he said that he would come on air with me today and rant about, and I'll tell you what, Mike, if you're watching, I've got rugby in here to talk about, and come on by the studio and let's talk, and we'll get into that later. But all right, Kit, you've been watching the Olympics,
yeah.
And what are you thinking about that?
I think the coverage is probably the worst in the last 20 years.
Okay.
Because you don't get to see an entire match. You don't get to see everything.
Are they cutting back and forth?
They're just giving you bits and pieces.
And they're just giving you highlights here and there. So
I don't like that.
I did enjoy watching the rugby today. They did show all of the match between Japan and New Zealand, which was a very exciting.
Right. And then Fiji and
and Fiji and the U.S. Again, another great match. But
right.
It was interspersed with going to parts of soccer and
right.
Jumping.
So you if you're watching something, you can't really get the feel. Like right when it's getting to a point, boom, we're going.
Right, so you're really getting into it, then boom. Oh, okay.
Hey, I got to say one more thing about Kit. For all of you musicians out there, guitar players, this cat will custom make you an axe. And if you are into music, you know what an axe is. I'm not talking the axe to kill your wife with. If you know what an axe is, he'll custom make it. And this guy, when kind of one of these little nuggets that we give you about
find something out new every day. About people. I didn't know that.
This cat, he will. Whatever. From color to I don't know what all goes into building these things.
Do you play too?
Yeah, he plays. And actually, Kit, I talked to him about kind of the couple of things that we've got coming up, with the filmmaking and whatnot, about doing some music on there. John Whitley says, "Give it up for Michael Phelps, 20 gold medals at age 31." Actually, brother, I believe he's got 21 now. But yes, Michael Phelps. We did talk about this last week. He's the biggest name in the U.S.
He's a legend already, and he doesn't even know it.
Of the Olympics. Now, I'll tell you what, man. The dude, he got caught one time in video of him smoking weed.
Yeah, far in the back. How far that's gone now?
I don't care, because the dude, he eats during training. He eats around 20,000 calories a day, and to eat all that food, sorry, got to smoke a little weed to get that hungry. So
Well, right. That's I don't blame him for that. It's talking about how far in the rearview mirror that is when that happened. Isn't it amazing how the media can beat something to death and keep it in front of you?
Yeah.
And like Michael Vick, the dog thing, they beat that to death, and I thought he'll never come back from this.
Some people
Look at them more majority over people see them and they treat them like they did before.
Right, and all you people on Facebook over here, if you guys want to ask us a question, you know what? Doesn't have to be about sports if you don't want to today. Ask us questions about anything. If you own a business, tell me what you do. I will promote you on here, and we'll talk about that. But now, we were talking about rugby earlier. So Fiji ends the medal hopes for USA Sevens. Now, and I was talking to Kit and Sean before the show when we were getting ready, and I said, when they said, okay, we're gonna have rugby in the Summer Olympics, I think USA was like, what? And they were probably smoking their own weed, going, wait a minute, we got to put a rugby team together. And they just threw a rugby team together. And I'm not saying that these guys are not talented. I'm not saying that they're good or bad or anything else.
Some guys just play soccer. Some just play football.
I mean, they got a Super Bowl champ. We got these flies everywhere, man. But we got a Super Bowl champ on there. But what I'm saying is, I think that's just my theory. You guys know me. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but that's not a conspiracy.
We're getting a lot of likes over here right now.
I just think, all right.
Well, they're liking what? Look, DJ Eddie Z, what's up?
DJ Eddie Z, what's up? So we got all these likes. You know what? Thumbs up to you guys. Awesome stuff. But yeah, so Fiji, so after losing to Argentina, so then beating Brazil on day one, the U.S. team, they're all jazzed up.
Right.
And they're like, all right, man, we got this going. So they knew if they draw, or lost to Fiji. So that's one thing. That is one thing about, we'll just say, sports like rugby and soccer and all that kind of stuff. You can draw and still win.
Right.
You could draw and still get points. So it's like a lot of times in soccer when it's 0-0. So,
okay.
yeah, you won't see a tie in football. American football, that is. You won't see a tie in hockey. Well, yes, you will in hockey. They don't like those, but they have the shootouts. So you will. And this is coming from someone that played hockey now. So, but we don't like those. And then baseball. The only tie that I know of that happened in baseball that I can't use the language around here, kids. But Bud Selig during the All-Star game, I think it was in 2010 or 11, cut it off. It was a tie. People were pissed. I was too. I wanted to throw something at the TV, and we were talking about that story about your friend. But hey, Greg Witt, what's up, brother? We got a gentleman, Greg Witt, Edmond, Oklahoma. Greg knows Oklahoma Sooners, man. He likes my shirt. This gentleman, he was on a guest on our very first show. He has been, correct me if I'm wrong, Witso, I believe 45 years or so. He's been a Sooner fan and a season ticket holder. I think he's only missed 2 games. Period.
45 years?
2 games, period. So
wow.
When you talk about super fan and when you talk about a fan, this dude is a true Oklahoma Sooner fan. So you should tell him the bet that you made. He knows the bet I made. He was on air when I did it. And Greg, I will let you know too, and you let all these knucklehead Longhorn freaks that you know. I don't know if you were on the show earlier, but I said Red River Rivalry, and brother, I'm going to try to make it out there. Red River Rivalry, I said, if OU wins, the Longhorn fan that makes the bet has to get an OU tattoo. If the freaking losers, Longhorns, if they win, I'll get a Longhorn tattoo. So, Witso, if you know anybody that wants to take that bet, you let them get a hold of me, and we will take that bet. So, anyway, the U.S. would have made it to the quarterfinals at the expense of New Zealand. But, it was a roller coaster match. It was kind of crazy. But Ben Ryan's Fiji squad squashed the USA hopes of getting a medal, and it was a 24-19 defeat.
So I bet you the next Olympics that happens, I bet you America will have a much better rugby team because they'll be like, oh, because America doesn't like to lose at the Olympics, so they'll be like, oh, and they'll put the better players out there, have time to put it together.
Well, they only lost by one try. It's not
Right.
Like they got
Yeah, it's not like they got, but no, it's not like, but you know what? I've always say a win is a win, but a loss is a loss.
Right.
You know what? And we're going to talk about that with Serena Williams here in a little bit. But it's like, you know, I remember, man, when wins a win, a loss is a loss. So, but anyway, but the rugby aspect of things has taken, I don't know what she just said, but has taken the Olympics by storm. And let me tell you why. With now over here, how many people? Let me know how many people over here, and here that you like rugby, that you want to watch rugby, even just to kind of be kind of curious. Now, number one, the Olympic viewership for rugby fans shot through the roof. Guarantee you. And the people would go to Rio just for watching the rugby. And the rugby. That sounds that sounds like Bobby Boucher's mom when she's like, "You smoking the weed?" So we always get about weed on this. I don't know, man. What are you? No, you're not wearing your shirt.
No, I'm not. I'm swag today.
But I'll tell you what. So it's kind of shot through the roof now. What are you watched some of the match? What are your thoughts? I mean, what rugby, and are you learning more now than you did, like, say 6 months ago, or have you always followed the rugby?
I've always followed rugger. My father played rugger well into his 40s.
Oh, well, there you go. We got a veteran right here.
So I learned the game sort of as I was growing up, and I love it.
I'm sorry to laugh, but John Whitley says you should get a haircut like Brian Bosworth and a tattoo. I tell you what, brother, I did have a haircut like Brian Bosworth. I loved the Boz, and everyone in Oklahoma that I have ever met and known. I was there for 10 years, and Witzo, never really talked to him about him too much, but Brian Bosworth, doesn't matter what he did and said and all that little shenanigans that happened, he's a Sooner god, plain and simple. But you know what? I will do that. Not only will I do that, but I will see the color of this microphone. I will get my hair dyed crimson. Anyway, but John, I don't know if you understood. If OU wins, the other person has to get the tattoo.
Right.
I've already got an OU tattoo, so but that'll be an interesting bet. So we'll see if all these Longhorn people will.
Speaking about the microphone cover, I'm gonna get my own microphone cover. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Now we've talked about the water over in Rio.
Oh yes.
Now in the pools, but in the pools, the water has turned dark green.
That's not good.
Now here's it's kind of a little funny
He's
theory.
virus all over the place.
Now, there are some pools that will put a special chemical in the water, so if you pee in the water, it'll turn a different color. There's blue, but you know what? I'm just saying.
I don't know the pools over there.
But no, you know what? But in all seriousness, the pools are not just a little green; they're dark green, and they're saying because of the alkaline level. And I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but I'm saying that there's a lot of issues with water already over in Rio, and a lot of craziness going on already. But it is.
We talked about this last week about we could have gone.
Yeah,
we could have gone and we declined.
Yep.
Because I just, I've got two stepsons and two at home.
Oh,
and I'm sorry, I can't risk getting sick like that.
Or my daughter or anything like that. Amy Harris just joined. So what's up, Amy? So hey, Amy, if Mike is sitting next to you or by you, we just got done talking about. There he is. Mike Tacos just joined. What's up, Coach Taco? We were just talking about.
Come on in, Taco. Come by.
We were talking about the rugby and the team and how the U.S. kind of got a little squash. But anyway, if you want to chime in on that, you said you had a rant that you wanted to do. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't have my other phone here, so because that one's plugged in, streaming on Facebook. I was going to say,
what's up, Dennis family?
You could call and make a rant, but if I get a phone over here, I'll give you the phone number, and you can call and do a rant. But here's another thing. The thing that I like about the Olympics, whether it is winter, summer. Now, first off, I will just say I like the Winter Olympics far more than I do like the summer. There's just a lot more things that I think. Well, we have a phone now. If I need the number, and we will go ahead and Mike, if you want to call anybody really now, we got a phone.
Anybody on Facebook over here?
Yeah.
If you want to call in, we have a number
530-957-3983.
And today we're saying anything. It doesn't have to be sports. Anything you want to talk about.
Yeah. So, Coach Mike, I think you just texted me over here. I can't see that. Anyway, give us a call and we will chitty chat. And
give the number one more time so I can make sure everybody has it.
530-957-3983. And also too, I'll let you know because Kit was so nice for us to use his phone. That is his phone number. So if you guys want to talk insurance with him and keeping the big bad wolf away, go ahead and give him a call on that. But as I was saying, the Olympics, they're so exciting because 1/100th of a second could mean the difference between gold, silver, bronze, or no medal at all. None. And that's one of the things, and I will say why I like the Winter Olympics, because I like the downhill skiing. It's fast for number one, so you can have a great run, and you can hit a little bit of. We're getting a phone call right now.
Uh-oh.
So, is it going through? All right, call. You are on with Epic Sports Radio. Who's this? Where are you from? Hello?
Lost signal.
Lost signal.
Please try to call back again. There's like 741 area code.
Excuse me, that may have been a client.
Oh crap! Well, kids.
I heard something. Kit say something about Kit. So
my bad.
Oops.
But anyway, so you can hit a little bit of soft snow and even that split like bam second. I've seen people win on just the smallest nakedness of margins, and that's why I like the downhill. I like the bobsledding and all that kind of stuff. The Winter Olympics to me, I'm sorry, they're just my opinion. Just for now, is that a client maybe?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and take that. So anyway, so what do you think, Sean? I mean,
I said I like basketball in Summer Olympics. I like the track and field part. I do like in Winter Olympics. I do like the skiing, the downhill skiing.
Mm-hmm.
What have I think they have cross country as well. And they have. Do they have the cross country still? When they do the cross country? Yeah. They have that. That I just seen things in the Winter Olympics. A lot of things move faster. It's more fast paced.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do like watching the basketball. Basketball is one of my top 3 sports that I like. So I mean, I do like that. So yeah, I mean, there's different ones.
It's a friend of yours, Richard.
Oh, Richard Wayne.
Yeah. Richard.
all right.
Oh,
So
I
we
told him
got.
to call in.
Okay, Richard, are you on the line?
Uh-oh.
Hello. Now we got.
Yeah, look, your wife's calling.
You better take that.
Okay.
You better take that one.
Yeah.
All right. Keep calling. Hey,
call back, Richard.
normally this wouldn't happen, but I'll tell you what. I want to thank Kit Gamble because my other phone's tied up, the one that normally people call in. He was gracious enough to let us use his phone. But keep calling in. Keep calling in. And
sorry about that, bud.
But all right. So what? Okay. But now let me ask you this: Are you going to watch any of the Olympics at all?
Yes, I am. I need to actually look on there and find out the schedule and see, because for me, I just won't sit there. If they're cutting from episode from sport
kind of like
sport,
what Kit said, yeah.
I want to, I don't know. There's a way to do it, but like I said, I'll watch. If they're trying to give everybody an overview, I think is what it is.
I don't care. I want to watch something. I want to watch it. Now they should be able.
So is it on during the day here when it's over here, or is it like last night, or is it like a night ahead? Are they behind or behind us?
I don't know. Why don't we ask our other statistician over there to look and see what time it is in Rio right now?
Because I'll try to check it out tonight and see if it's on tonight.
10:25
p.m.
Tonight.
All right, it's 10:25 in p.m. over in Rio. They're all over there getting drunk, smoking weed, having fun. And
is it today? Is it today or tomorrow?
today.
So
Okay.
They're an hour ahead of East Coast.
So will they replay tonight? Stuff that happened today or no?
Oh, they always got replays on there. All right, so we got a caller on, right? Caller, you're on. Who are you and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello? Is that turned up over here?
Uh-oh. Are you there?
It is now.
Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
What you got? What you want to talk about?
Are we talking about Olympics or are we talking about football? Let's talk about
Hey,
what's up.
what do you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
what do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm a Saints fan, as Sean knows.
I'm
Sean
sorry.
knows I'm a Saints fan.
Yes.
Why are you mad? Don't be mad.
I'm not. Not at all.
Well, so hey, did you hear this thing about Unger? What's going on with Unger?
The what?
The thing that's going on with our center, we were going to let him go.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
we traded Jimmy Graham for him. You guys hear about that? I heard about that today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, Sean's been out.
I've been camping. I just got back a couple of days ago, but I was camping. But no. So you're talking about the Saints want to trade the center?
Well, we were, you know how we made the trade, Jimmy Graham, obviously it was a
Right.
salary.
You got Max Unger.
Yeah, and we got Unger. Well, they released Unger, and now they re-signed him, and now they don't even know what they're going to do with him.
You know what? That's a cat and mouse game. And actually, 2 weeks ago, when Adrian Ross was on, kind of the cat and mouse game that the Bengals were playing with him. What they do is with these, they'll release you, and it's all psychology, man, because they'll say, hey, we want to pay you this much, and sometimes people will squabble.
So it's also all salary cap, right? They're just trying to get him in the money because obviously I thought they offered too much, right?
It's all about money, man. It's all about money. Because when you release somebody, you're taking that chance to where they go, okay, I'll take that deal, and then they'll re-sign. It's a cat and mouse game. But let me ask you this. With the Bengals, I've been to Bengals game, Saint game, and they all say who dey, who dey going to beat them Bengals,
Who dat?
and then who dey, and who dat. So
Right.
But So what is your what's your question?
Well, let me ask you a quick question.
Sure.
Just out of curiosity.
Yep.
I went to a friend's house today, and I said, look at my schedule, because I'm a Saints fan. Hardcore diet. I will never, you guys can talk as much shit as you want about Saints, but I will never, ever go away from the Saints. Okay?
Right.
Ever.
That's
If you look
good.
at my
You're a true
schedule
fan.
If you look at my schedule this year, what do you think my record is going to be?
Well, what do you think, Sean? I'll let you go first.
Well, let's see what you got here. Who do you play first? Are you playing the Raiders first?
First game against the Raiders.
The Raiders.
That's a loss for you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the score. I'm gonna tell you the score. All right, so let's do.
Tomorrow night.
All right, so here's what's gonna happen. The Raiders, it's gonna be 28-10 Raiders. At the Giants, you guys will win that.
Yes.
Falcons, that's gonna be a toss-up. Chargers,
That's always an interesting game.
you're gonna be at Chargers.
I think they beat the Chargers.
Panthers, lose. Chiefs, lose. 40 Whiners, you're gonna stomp them. Broncos.
Yeah, I want to go to that game.
Hey, I'll go with you, man. And the Broncos, they're in the rebuilding phase right now.
Yeah, so you're going to beat them.
At Panthers, you're going to split the season with them, so you win that game. Rams, LA Rams.
LA Rams, I think Is that a home game for them? Or is that
it's going to be in St. Louis. At Saints.
At Saints? I think they win that game.
Lions, you win that game. Buccaneers, you're going to slaughter them. Cardinals, you'll win that game. Buccaneers, again, you might split on that one. And then Falcons.
That's a split, too.
Yeah, we got two tough rivals within our division.
Honestly,
we usually always split against Carolina and the freaking Falcons.
So we're looking at about an 8-8, 9-7 season.
Yeah, I'll say 9-7. But all right, brother.
9-7.
Yep.
That's what I came up with earlier. I was 9-7.
All right.
So.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for the question.
Not a problem, hey man. You guys keep up the great work. Enjoy watching it.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, bye.
All right, you know what? There we go. All right, so anybody else, if you want to
call in. We need more stuff like that.
That was cool, man. So, all right, I believe Mike Sarantakos had a question. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, crap. I hit dial something, so get on that.
Or you just call me back.
Oh. So, also, too, what we're going to be doing during college season, I'm going to give you my picks on Friday. So we will go over and we will talk about all the games, especially the major game. And I'm not talking. We're not going to leave the little guys out. So we're gonna. Are we
going to do pros as well?
No. Well, yeah, we will. But the main thing, college, because like I said, man, and correct me if I'm wrong, either one of you guys or anybody else over here. I think a lot of people are more interested in college football as far as betting goes.
Yes.
As far as betting goes. Because those dudes are out there busting balls, and they're going to do anything that it takes to win. Okay, Mike says, where are you broadcasting from? I came by. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Mike, if you got my text earlier, I told you that we were not at that place that we were at before. So, that's your bad on that one, brother. But, hey, you could still give us the rant. Call 530-957-3983. And, Rant, what's up?
So the college picks, I like that because I'll make my own picks as well.
And also, too, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm also going to be going up to Tahoe on a weekly little rendezvous with I'll probably go to Hard Rock Cafe because I really like their sports book. It's really freaking cool. Hey, if you guys want to slip me a 20 and you want to do a parlay, then we're going to...
I think to add to this, I think we should also do fantasy.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk... We'll talk about fantasy all the time.
Yeah, I'm talking about like fasting, breaking down,
Yeah, but we'll do fan. Oh, and if you guys haven't done your fantasy, they have the Pigskin Pick'em and they have the College Pick'em. They used to have a whole lot more within the fantasy realm. They kind of tightened that up a little bit. But anyway,
how many teams do you have this year, sir?
One so far.
No, I have two.
Well, you told me to be on yours. You didn't send me an invite.
Oh, I'll send you an invite.
Well, you suck. So,
well, my laptop just got back, so I can use that now.
All right. So, anyway, so I want to talk about a little bit about American cyclist Kristen Armstrong. Now, hold your question because I know what you're going to ask. So just hold that real quick. But I will say, where Lance has one, she's got none. That's all I'm going to say. And if you guys, you should know what I'm talking about. So Kristen Armstrong, she turns 43 tomorrow. So Kristen, if you see this, happy birthday. And you know what? It'll be your birthday in maybe an hour and a half because you're over in Rio. So, whenever you're, so she's going to be turned 43. So she joined Bonnie Blair. When I hear the name Blair, I think of Linda Blair. You know Linda Blair, right? No. Kit, you know Linda Blair. The chick that turned her head around and puked all over the priest, Exorcist. So anyway, she joins Bonnie Blair as the only American woman to win 3 gold medals in the same event at any Olympics.
Go live.
So, let me say this. So, what is your question? Your question and your questions over here, and everyone's probably wondering, and she gets this a lot. She gets construed, if you will, or
right.
People think, she's Lance Armstrong's wife. No, she's not. She's not Lance Armstrong. But oddly enough, Lance Armstrong's wife is also named Kristen.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So
tricky.
Christian Armstrong, the cyclist, they are not even related.
Wow.
So, but here's the cool thing. Yeah. I've got a daughter, and I'm glad she's at the show today. And it's funny looking at her right now because she's going through the process of changing her hair color, and it's a little freaky color right now, orangish, blondish kind of craziness. But anyway, the cyclist crossed the finish line, and I believe her son is 6 years old. He's like, "Mommy, what are you doing? You won!" And so they're crying and everything like that. A beautiful. And I remember I saw Blake McKernan, Blake the Beast McKernan, his first professional fight. And after the fight, I was right there in the corner filming him, and he was holding his son. And that was a very cool moment. His son was with him in the center of the ring through all that. So congratulations to cyclist Christian Armstrong for being in that high echelon of individuals to win 3 gold medals in the same event. So a lot of fun going on today, a lot of cutting up and everything, but let's get something a little bit serious. So these jackholes over in Rio, and I do call you jackholes because you are, if you did what you did, and you know you did, there was a media bus that got damaged during transit. They were going from the Rio's Diodoro Zone, so we'll just take Rio's Diodoro Zone over here, and then they were going over to the main transport mall at the Olympic Park over here. During that time, some windows got damaged, if you will, and so there was 2 windows that were smashed. But they're saying no one knows if it was from a bullet or from a stone. Now, buses in general have thicker glass.
Yeah.
They
well, at least I'm hearing you.
And they're tempered, over here. But Rio's somewhat of a modernized country. And now let me say this. I'm going to read this because I say this every single time, and I know people appreciate it. I'm going to quote this person. I never like to misquote. So, they're Britain's Press Association, so I'm giving them credit for this. So, Wednesday today quoted Lee Michelson, who was on the bus yesterday, as saying she instinctively hit the floor when she heard the sound of gunfire.
Ooh.
Okay? And she hollered to I haven't heard hollered since I lived in Oklahoma. Hollered and over yonder.
Yeah.
So,
North Carolina, baby.
So she hollered to the others, get down, we are taking fire. Now, here's where the quote comes in as well. She says, and I quote, "I know what gun sounds like," she said. "It was the sound before I ever saw the glass shatter or anything." So, so there was 12 journalists on the bus, and 3 of the 12 suffered minor injuries. So, my question to you, and we know a lot of the media likes to cover crap up, especially over there. They're already getting their balls busted for being stupid with a lot of other things, and the rioting, and they have to step up security. So let me just ask you this. Do you think it was gunfire or a stone? If you had to theorize.
Just from what I've heard, I could say that there's probably a high probability of it being gunfire.
Yes. Because this person that heard that, they've been around gunfire enough that they know what it sounds like. So what do you think, gunfire or stone?
Oh, yeah,
Gunfire. My consensus also...
Richard Wayne says gunfire.
Richard Wayne, thank you very much. So, gunfire. Survey says...
You kind of make me do a chuckle when you say she's part of the media and she's been around gunfire, so she's used to being shot at. The media is used to being shot at in 4 countries.
I believe this person in the other part of the story, they were in the military.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and they were around. So that would be...
I thought it was one of the media persons that were saying that they could tell gunfire.
I'm a media person. I've been in the military, so I know gunfire.
Right.
So, so that is a serious thing. And that is another reason why I didn't want to go over to Rio, because I didn't want to. Because I tell you what, if I did go over to Rio, the very first thing I would have done is I would have went to some bar, I would have talked to some dude, and I would have said, "Where can I get a gun?"
Oh, yeah.
I would have got me a gun, because if anyone jacked with me there, I'm going to defend myself, period.
The laws are a little bit different there.
They are, and we're going to get into some of those here in a minute. But anyway, so people, if you're over there watching in Rio, please be safe.
Yes.
Do not. This is what they told me when I was in the military and I was in the Philippines. We had a little street that we walked on where the soldiers, but there were still Filipino soldiers all around. They freaking hated us. They said, do not stray off the street, not even 10 feet. Stay on the street. So if you're over in Rio and you're watching this, stay in public areas and
I would tell people the same thing I told people when we went to Jamaica some years ago. They told us, they said, here's the map. And they said, here are the streets. Here's orange. You stay in the orange.
Right.
Do not get into the blue.
All right.
So one guy got around the corner and he saw some stuff that
there you go.
They want to see. Stay where they tell you. There's a reason why.
Yeah.
It's for your safety.
All right, so we got a few more minutes here, so we're going to kind of run through this a little bit quick. Serena Williams, Gonzo, out of the Olympics. Now, I have my own personal issues with Serena Williams, and I've met her and been around her on more than one occasions, and I'm just saying she's a little bit elevated in her personality.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel I've seen her do some things, especially on the court, that were very uncool, and especially off as well. But I know people have. But on this thing, I kind of don't feel sorry for her. And so she's the defending champion. So she shanked all kinds of shots.
Do you feel there's a decline in her ability?
No.
As age?
No.
Taught her?
No. I will give her this. She's a very good tennis player.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. And no, I don't think it's a decline in her ability. She shanked 5 shots, double faults, in one game alone.
So it's just a bad showing.
Bad day.
Bad day.
So she lost to Alina Svitolina.
Biggest win in that person's career.
Yeah, she's Ukraine. She won 6-4, 6-3. Shocked the world. But you know what? When it comes to the Olympics, see, Serena, yeah, she's used to playing world people all the time, so this is kind of maybe nothing new to her. But these people that are in the Olympics, especially Russia and China, I'm just going to pick those two. Used to be Germany, but Russia and China, they breed these people, man, from one to done. They live, breathe everything the Olympics, man. So Russia is proud of them. Congratulations to her. So another one, Diana Taurasi. I've watched Diana Taurasi all through her college career, all through her pro career. She was the absolute star today. The U.S., they cruised right past Serbia in their basketball game, and they won 110-84.
I've heard no speak of. Is there boxing in this Olympics?
Yes.
Well, I haven't heard no speak of.
Oh, you're about to here in a minute.
I've heard no.
But yeah, there's when I watched boxing.
I like the boxing, the basketball.
I watched boxing last night. So Diana Taurasi, she went 6 for 10 from the 3-point land, perfect 5 for 5 free throws, 25 points, the best in that one. So now boxing. So let's get to that. Another little sad thing, whatever. I don't feel sorry for this cat. There's been 2 boxers, not 1, 2 boxers arrested in Rio. Now this dude, his name is. He's been arrested for sexual assault. His name is Jonas Junis. He's 22 years old. He's from Nambia. He was the country's, basically, he's the Michael Phelps of their country. He was the country's flag bearer during the opening ceremonies. This knucklehead,
he disgraced his country.
I don't care if he was whatever it was, he grabbed the maid. Basically forced himself on her and was, trying to kiss her and whatnot, and forcefully doing stuff to her. So he got arrested, doing all that stuff. Now he's transferred to the Bangu prison in Rio's far west zone, and I'm talking maximum security prison. That's like he's in San Quentin.
And prison in other countries are way worse than America.
Yes, big time.
They don't believe in equality and rights and all that.
Oh man, they like, you want something to eat? sorry. They're probably beating him. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, if he's convicted, now 6 to 10 years. If convicted.
6 to 10 years.
6 to 10. So,
And
brother.
That's not counting after he gets out what his own country may do to him.
So, brother, I hope that was worth it. No, I don't hope it was worth it because I don't mean, you know what I mean. I don't condone what he did. But, hey, John Whitley, John's just kind of cruising on the show today with all these.
Richard Williams doing the same thing over here.
So, John Whitley says, some of the Russian women's swim team got caught doping and was allowed to swim. Maybe that's why the water's green.
Hey!
And still lost. What do you think about the doping? Well, let me say.
Well,
The doping, let me say.
they sucked in if they were doping and they lost.
With the Russians have been known to dope since the dawn of Olympians. And I'm being serious too. I'm doing research. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm going to do a documentary on doping in the Olympics. It happened from day one Olympics. I'm talking way back. Doping. What do I think of doping? We're running out of time, so I can't really answer that. So that's a whole nother thing. I think they're stupid, for one. A couple more things, and then we're done. Michael Phelps, we already talked about him, so congratulations, Michael Phelps.
Richard Wayne likes the synchronized diving. I thought that was pretty cool, too.
Yeah, and does he, well, I won't say what to say. So we're going to do another show probably tomorrow, one of our little smaller shows. We're going to talk about the making of the medals. Because, again, when I like to give you guys these nuggets, we're going to talk about the making. So it's part art, part science. There's over 100 people collectively. We're talking the sculpture, the machine operators, and all these other people.
They make all the medals?
That they're in this little room in the Rio Mint. They're making over 5,000 medals. 5,000 medals. So we're going to kind of dive into that a little deeper in tomorrow's show. And so the last thing that we're going to talk about is they are saying that the current U.S. women's gymnastic team is the best ever, period, ever. This is said by Martha Karolyi, the U.S. women's gymnastics national team coordinator since 2000, and she's been in the sport for 54 years. So she kind of knows what she's talking about. Yeah, so she says by far this is the best U.S. women's team, period. So that hour flew by. It was awesome. It was great. All about the Olympics. And we're going to keep talking about the Olympics daily. So shoot us your questions, Glenn at epicnewssports.com. Or you could ask them on, again, follow our Facebook page, Epic News Sports. Ask them on there, and we will get to them. Once again, thanks for Kit Gamble for letting us use your phone, being here, kind of.
Appreciate it.
And again, folks, listen to this. 530-957-3983. Anything that you want to have done with your insurance, life insurance, anything. You want the big bad wolf staying away from your door, give Kit Gamble a call. We will be back here tomorrow evening. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Olympics again, and we're going to talk about the medals and whatnot. Thanks, Sean, as always. Thank everybody else over here for being our live audience. Everybody on Facebook over here.
Yes, Facebook
over here. Dude, give us a call if you want to be on the show.
Keith Jackson, please call us.
Texas Longhorn people, get back at me if you want to take that bet. And I'll tell you what, man. We'll be back here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Peace out. We love you.